Hey everybody, it's Melissa Lee. I hope everyone's had a great week. Um, I've had better weeks. Just to bring people up to speed on what's happening in my life, I got laid off from work this week. The writing was on the wall. I knew it was coming. Company has been struggling, and I'm not that upset about it because I kind of hated my job anyway. The only reason I stayed was A, it paid really good, and B, it had wonderful benefits. Um, so now I'm free of that job, but now I've got to figure out where I'm going to go from here. As far as work, at least now, if I go into a place, I could maybe start off right off the bat going full time and letting them know I'm trans and see if I get hired that way. If I find a progressive company. And yet I'm not sure I want to do that anymore. I've been working in the corporate world now for 20 something years. I'm sick of it. It's very soulless. There is no job security anymore. You can't just go get hired on a company and work 20 years, get your pension, retire. It doesn't work anymore. I work in HR, so I can tell you that no longer exists. I've mentioned before, I'm a very spiritual person and I look at the world much differently, I think, than a lot of other people. And I honestly think that this door closed on my life. Everything about that was my old life. Working the corporate job, married, doing all those things. And now I am free to pursue anything I want, really. Now, I'm not blinded by the fact that I got to make money to keep a roof over my head. Doesn't necessarily have to be this house. I might move. I'm trying to find other ways of making income. I mentioned my spiritual side, very spiritual, metaphysical. I'm going to be starting a new playlist here called Astral Perceptions. I'll be talking more about spiritual matters, metaphysical matters. And this is one of those times where I really feel like, however you want to put it, the universe, God, creator, whoever is closing doors so that new ones can open. Anybody who's ever had a tarot reading, okay, which I do tarot readings, by the way, and I'm going to be opening myself up to doing readings for people who want them as part of my new mission moving forward. But there's the death card. Now, right away, you say death, everyone freaks out. Oh my God, someone's going to die, blah, blah. No, no, no. The death card symbolizes transformation, change, the death or ending of one phase of your life going into another phase. This entire past year, since last November, has been nothing but change for me. It's opened up brand new doors. And every time another major change hits me, like losing my career, and trust me, I have looked and there's nothing out there. It's a really bad job market right now. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And yet I'm not worried about it. I should be scared, but I'm not. I'm trusting that all of this is happening for a reason, that the right opportunities will come when they're ready. I'll be fine for a while. And in that period of time, I'm going to be looking to see what I can do to not only change my career, lifestyle, how I make money and survive, because I don't need much. Uh, Secondly, it's really opened the door more for Melissa to come out full time. I'm no longer working with my sister-in-law, so I don't have to worry about telling her first before and coming out to all my coworkers where I could get a job as me. So many companies are open to that now. So, but that's if I go corporate. I might go more entrepreneurial. I'm weighing my options. I think this was meant to happen. So I'm going to push forward and trust in the process and look at the opportunities that come my way, weigh my options, and go with what my gut and intuition are telling me on the best way to move forward. Now, the only thing I'm really upset about is losing my medical benefits. My medical benefits were awesome, and they covered transition. They covered hormones or HRT. They covered electrolysis. They even covered breast augmentation. I don't think it covered bottom surgery, which I'm not even sure I'm going that route yet. That's something I'll worry about way down the road. I don't have that kind of dysphoria. Last week, I had an appointment with a therapist who specializes in gender therapy. I fully came out to her. I didn't go as me because I was working that day, not realizing that when I got back, I was going to be terminated. Otherwise, I would have. I would have loved, if I would have known I was getting fired, I would have loved to show up at the meeting like this. That would have been so much fun. But we talked about how I'm going to handle this moving forward. I'm going to be seeing her a bit more, see if I like her. It was the first meeting, so I'm a little iffy. But I am upset about losing my benefits so now I'm going to have to try to find ways of moving forward with my transition and making the money to do it. I may not be able to get everything I want. I know that there are women out there who transition who don't do anything. They don't do hormones. They don't have any surgeries. Look, worst comes to worst, I can do that because I think I pull it off pretty good. Now, would I prefer to at the very least be on hormones? Yes. Or get the girls a little more real? Yes. I have a very good friend who I finally got to meet in person last week when I mentioned the girls' night out, who's been transitioning and she's paying for it all out of her own pocket. She's getting total facial feminization surgery along with everything else. Hair replacement, everything. It's going to cost her $100,000. Even with my insurance, which wouldn't cover FFS, that's way too much money for me. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. Again, it's like everything else this past year. I'm taking it a day at a time and we'll see what happens. So that's the only thing I'm going to miss. But you know what? I do believe the universe will provide. In fact, let's see if anybody can catch this reference because I twisted it and made it my own. The universe provides and the dude abides. Put comments down below if you can recognize that movie reference. In any case, I am going to be pursuing more my spiritual metaphysical pursuits, moving forward more towards full time. I am totally calm and relaxed and zen when I'm me. When I'm not me, let me just say that things were really, really bad earlier this week. My personality changes. I mean, I explained that to the therapist. whether this is releasing some endorphins or whatnot that calms me down, puts me in a more relaxed, feminine state of mind. That was the other thing that my friend Diane mentioned when she first started HRT. Within 2 months, she said her brain just totally cleared up. Her thought process cleared up because she started getting female brain. And I know some people say their thought processes get a little cloudier, but then they realize that their brain is just processing information differently now. I kind of want to get to that point. I did make an appointment with an endocrinologist who can't see me until January. I want to get the very least my blood work done. I'm going to see what my hormone levels are. Let's just say that there's certain things that I think are out of whack. I won't get into too much here. Let's just say that there are some things that are a little out of whack, have been with me for most of my life. I'm curious to see what it has to say. So anyway, that is what's happening with me. I am going to start to do more in terms of live streaming, and I'm going to have to pre-plan it so I can announce it, let everybody know when I'm live streaming. And I'll do the two different types of live stream. I'll do one for the Girl Talk, dealing with everything with transgendered issues, CD issues, but I'm also going to be moving more into the metaphysical side too. And I will be doing readings and talking about things from a spiritual perspective, not a religious perspective, spiritual. And we'll just see how it goes. So anyway, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe buttons down below if you haven't already done that. Share this channel with your friends. Let's keep it growing. And I'll keep putting out more content, and we'll mix things up, and we'll try to have a good time. One of these days, I'll have to do a makeup tutorial. But in order to do that, I got to be comfortable showing a plain face. Not quite there yet. So let's see what happens. Anyway, have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.